Hello everyone, Ace Keydog here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. And what I thought about it, and I'm gonna be talking about more. So, to start off, I just want to say that this movie, I don't think was targeted to adults. This movie's probably like more of a children's movie. It's more targeted for children. I feel like, and whenever I went into the movie theater, I was thinking like, am I about to witness um, one of one of the games that I loved watching as a child, and no, I feel like I didn't. I feel like the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie was completely different than what I had truly expected. The the movie does not follow the game um, in any sense. The movie, however, it does follow the characters Mike Schmidt, um, his sister Abby, and Vanessa. Um, who also happened to be in the, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let me restart. So now I want to talk about the characters a little bit. So there's really only like four characters in the movie. Like really, there are only four characters in the movie that are really worth paying attention to. Um, and for those characters, I want to start off with Mike Schmidt, who Mike is he's after the events of the first movie, he's trying to move forward and he's trying to live his life. Um and he can come off as, for lack of a better term, an asshole. Uh, Mike can come off as an asshole in some scenes because Abby, who is I guess traumatized in a sense because she's she's still worried about the animatronics whom she claims are her friends, but Mike is trying to get to her and tell her that the animatronics are broken and they're gone. You know, they're just not there. Um so so and Vanessa, another character in the movie, um she's haunted by the not only the memories of her father, William Afton, but also the events of the last movie, which she continues to be traumatized by. And Mike is trying to get her to move past that as well. Um, and I think Mike is really the only character that makes sense in this movie, in the sense of moving forward, because Mike is the only one that genuinely wants to move on with his life. Aside from the other characters, so and Vanessa, whom she is the daughter of William Afton, and she is having trouble moving past the events of the first movie. Also, her father being William Afton, and she's still haunted by the memories of him. Now, Vanessa, I feel like she's an underutilized character, and I don't think that they use Vanessa correctly. Vanessa has the potential to be one of the most well-written characters in the movie, and I think what they do with her falls flat completely because what they do with her is they there's only really two scenes that come to mind whenever, and I do want to try. This is gonna be a spoiler. So Vanessa is in a spin class, and she's in the spin class, and she is hallucinating that her father, William Afton, is in the class with her, and so she has a panic attack, and what she does is she runs out of the spin class, and she runs to the locker room, and what happens after she runs out of the spin class is she runs to the locker room, and there's a man sitting next to her in the spin class, and so the man goes into the locker room to try and help Vanessa, but what she does instead is she ups the blick on him. She pulls out a gun and threatens to shoot him. I think that is pretty bizarre in any case. Like, I don't think I would do that in any event of, you know, me having a panic attack. And I just think it's crazy that she does that. I really thought that was such an odd scene to portray Vanessa. And Vanessa is just so haunted by the thought of her father that she's going to shoot someone because of it. She's kind of dumb. It is kind of silly what she does. And I feel like she's just underutilized as a character. And she's not really, like, I don't know. She's not a bad character by any means, but she is also not a very good one. So she's just kind of there. They don't really do anything with her like special. And it's just like, it's just anyway, so I don't know what the hell's going on. So I just think Vanessa as a character, she could be used in a much better way than they did in the second movie. And I think they totally missed an opportunity to make her into a more I guess a more fleshed out character in a sense. They could have explored her background as William Afton's daughter, but they didn't really do that. They only kind of did one one scene with her, and it was like a dream segment. Maybe and that is a little spoiler. Um, but and then after that, there's nothing, nothing to go off of for Vanessa. I just think they really missed the mark with Vanessa, and they could have done so much more with her. And now for Abby. So Abby is the younger sister of Mike Schmidt. Um, and Abby is a little girl, and her whole thing is that she misses her friends, which her her friends she considers to be the animatronics, Foxy, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie. Um, and so she's worried about her friends, and what she does is she gets herself drawn into this situation where she's doing things for the animatronics, and she doesn't really know that she's helping the animatronics. She doesn't really know that she's helping the animatronics do evil things. Which as a kid, missing her friends seems pretty innocent. But what she also does is she involves Vanessa and involves Mike, and she doesn't seem to be doing anything else but that throughout the movie. So it's kind of hard for me to see her as a important character. Like she's in the movie a lot, but she's also not used in the way that one would think she should be. So Abby as a character isn't she's not necessarily bad, but she also doesn't really contribute anything to the plot. I mean, she has her little side quests, and that's pretty much it. But she's also running around with Mike and Vanessa in the majority of the movie. So I feel like she's just kind of tagging along for the ride in most cases, but she doesn't really do anything in the movie to contribute, you know? So she's just kind of there, and that's kind of all she does. Is Michael Afton. Michael is in the movie for like 2 scenes, really 2 scenes, and he's in the movie at the beginning and he's in it at the end. Now it doesn't make sense why they don't really use him that much in the movie, because I feel like he kind of plays the role of he's the guy making everything happen in the background. Like he's doing stuff in the background to make things happen. And um so he's just kind of there, but he's not really there too much. If that makes sense. Oh no. We got hit. To like his full potential. And I think that really sucks. Because Mike could be used for so much more, but instead he's kind of just a background character, not really he's not really doing much besides activating the animatronics. And he's really just underutilized in the movie. All right, so I just want to talk about the animatronics real quick. It's really cool seeing all the animatronics uh, in the movie. You get to see the original four animatronics just for a little bit. They're not in the movie for like 99% of the movie. Also, like the main four animatronics that you five, I guess, that you see are Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, and Toy. Um, Maybe I shouldn't have ran into that, but yeah, you don't. Just seeing the animatronics is really cool. Toy animatronics are really cool to see. Live action. I remember being a kid and thinking they looked a little creepy. But in the movie, they look really cool to see that they're full-fleshed animatronics, and they look great in the movie. Also, I want to talk about the marionette. The marionette is portrayed as the main villain in the movie, which I think is, um, I think it's odd, but I think it's a good choice because there wasn't really like any main villain in the movie. I feel, um, or oh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh no, lock in. Oh shit. But I think the. Damn, bro, you just got moved on. But the animatronics in the movie, they are they're really cool to see in the movie. That's just what I want to say. Um, the marionette, seeing the marionette like move and stuff is really cool. I wonder if they actually did use like um, they, you know how like if I wonder if she moved like an actual marionette. Um, I think that'd be really cool if they did that. Also, like maybe 30 minutes of the movie, there's like a TV crew that that was given access to the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, and they really served no purpose besides um getting the ball rolling and to say, wow. Wow, this is great. So like the the animatronics they just look cool. And I think they are really great for what they do. Now, some of my closing statements to finish this video. I would definitely recommend this movie if you do like Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, if you don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, I think you could go into this movie and think of it as like don't even keep the games in mind. The games really have no like nothing to do with this. Like they do tie in just a little bit, but like not enough to where it ruins like you're completely lost whenever you go watch the movies. Like you could watch the first movie and then the second movie and then you'd pretty much be an expert on Five Nights at Freddy's. And um this that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. If I were to rate this movie out of 10, I would give it a 6.7. Yes, 6.7. We did it. Yay.